Can sports injuries lead to criminal battery charges? Imagine watching a game and seeing a player intentionally hit an opponent hard enough to cause injury. Could that action lead to legal trouble? Let's find out. In sports, physical contact is often part of the game. But when someone deliberately causes harm beyond normal play, it can turn into a criminal matter. Battery is a crime that involves intentional and unlawful physical contact or harm to another person. If a player intentionally strikes someone in a malicious way, they could face criminal battery charges. The key factor is intent. If an injury happens during regular play without malicious intent, it usually isn't a crime. For example, accidental contact or a normal tackle that results in injury is generally not battery. But if a player deliberately hits an opponent with the goal of hurting them, that could be considered criminal battery. Laws in some places also protect sports officials like referees and umpires. If someone intentionally hits a referee during a game, many jurisdictions treat that as a more serious offense. These laws recognize the importance of officials and often impose stricter penalties for assaulting them. The severity of the injury also matters. Causing serious bodily harm or using weapons during an attack can turn a simple assault into aggravated battery. This is a more serious crime with harsher penalties, including longer jail time. Criminal charges are more likely if violence happens outside the normal course of the game. For example, if a player fights or hits someone after the game or during a break, courts see that as outside acceptable sports conduct. Reckless or excessive violence during the game can also lead to charges if it crosses the line into criminal behavior. From a defense perspective, arguing that the contact was accidental or part of the sport can help. Showing there was no intent to harm and that the injury occurred during lawful play can be strong defenses. For example, if a player claims they did not mean to hit someone or that the injury was unintentional, that can make a difference. In defending these cases, lawyers often look at video footage, witness statements, and the rules of the sport. They try to prove that the conduct was within the accepted physicality of the game or that it was accidental. To sum up, sports injuries can lead to criminal battery charges if the conduct was intentional, malicious, or outside the rules. But if the injury was accidental or part of the game, charges are less likely. The focus is on whether the act was lawful or crossed into criminal territory.